Hello everyone, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Joe. If you're watching this video, please make sure you watch it to the end, because this video, this specific one, might save your life. That's why I decided to do this. And why am I saying this? Because if you look here, I have 3 different glasses empty. All of them are empty. I'm going to conduct a test and thereafter get into the gist of this video. I'm sure you clicked on this video because I have dubbed it, or I have titled it, "You might be taking in poison." That was not a clickbait. It is the truth. The water you could be consuming at your home could be poisonous, and you're going to find out at the end of this video. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill these 3 glasses with water, and as you can see here, I have an opened mineral water, so to speak, and this is what we get when you go to the supermarket, or those people who purify water. And here I have tap water, and if you can look here, there's a small faucet. Also, this produces water, and I'm going to take water from these 3 sources, and then I'm going to test them for impurities and dangerous chemicals, and then you're going to understand why I'm making this video. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open this water. As you can see, it has a seal. I'll show you on the camera. It has a seal. That means it has not been tampered with, because I want the results to be genuine. Okay, so I'm taking out this seal here, and then I'm pressing that. Okay, it's opened, and I'm going to use this gadget right here. This one is for pulling water from the bottle. So this is what I'm going to do. The bigger glass, I'm going to fill it with normal tap water. So this water is from the borehole. Okay, I didn't put a lot, I just put a little bit. It's from the borehole. And then I'm going to put this small glass with water from this bottle. Again, almost the same amount of water. And then this fancy one, I'm going to put water from this faucet. Okay. So remember, this is from the faucet, this is from the tap water, which is borehole water, because where we live we use borehole water, and then this is from the bottle that I just opened. And then I'm going to take this machine right here. It's called a TDS meter. What TDS stands for? It stands for total dissolved solid. Total dissolved solids, or TDS, are the amount of organic and inorganic material such as mineral, metals, salt, or ions dissolved in a particular volume of water. The TDS could come from different sources, both natural and man-made. Natural sources include springs, lake, river, plants, or soil. And for the man-made or human activity, could include pesticide or herbicide. It is very difficult to know what TDS are in your water. However, we hope for the optimum amount of calcium, chloride, magnesium. All those are good, but in excess they could be dangerous, as everything that is in excess, too much, could be harmful to your body. And this is what we measure with this TDS machine. What this means, or what this does, is I'm going to put this chart right here. It measures for impurity or dissolved elements in your water, and some of these chemicals cannot be removed by boiling the water. What boiling does, it only kills the bacteria and remove the pathogens. However, for chemicals, you cannot remove by boiling the water, and that's what makes the water hard. Now, if you look at this, I don't know if the camera can pick. If you look at this, how pure is your water? It's written there. It shows 0 to 50. This is normal drinking water, ideal drinking water, through reverse osmosis or distillation, etc. And then you have 50 to 100. This is through carbon filtration or mountain spring. So every time you're taking mineral water, this is how it should fall. And then 100 and above, this is hard water. This is purely hard water. Recommended drinkable water by WHO, World Health Organization, is from 0 to 50. And you can see this, there's a chart here, TDS in parts per million. When you do water test, as per the chart that I showed you, this is what it measures. And you can see 200, 300, 400, and then the red is super bad for you. So this is what I'm going to use, and this is, you just put it on like that, and as you can see, it's showing 0 ppm, parts per million. And as long as it's showing green, it's good. Okay, let me show you. This is the faucet water, and I don't know if you can see. I'm going to put this one here, and it's gonna show the reading. As you can see, it's showing about 19. All right, so sometimes when I measure this, as you can see, this is the water from the faucet. All right, so sometimes whenever I measure this water, it shows between 11 to 20. That is very pure water, and it's good for drinking. Now I'm gonna move on to this taller glass, and we say this one is from the borehole, and then I'm gonna show you. Look at the color change as I put in. It went red instantly. I don't know if you can see. So I don't know if you can see there, but it's showing 247, and it's already red. That is super high. And unfortunately, this is the water that most people use in their homes. And then I'm gonna show you the one from the, what is it called, the bottle. It's still showing red from the previous reading. Look at the color change. I don't know if you can see. It's showing about 30. You can see it's showing about 30 to 35 reading. It's still drinkable water. However, this is normal tap water from the government. That's what the reading shows. So every time you're buying water that has been purified and bottled, basically you're drinking water from the government that you are told has gone through reverse osmosis. And anyway, we're going to get to that later. So I'm gonna put this water from the bottle aside, and I'm gonna talk about these two waters. You have seen one is 247, which is higher. It's beyond consumable. It's so hard. And then you can see this one, which is drinkable and which is even more pure compared to the bottled water. These waters are the same, and as you can see, I almost got them from the same place. But how did we get from this hard water to this drinkable purified water? And that's where I come in. It's all because of this wonderful machine right here in my kitchen, and I'm going to show you. I don't know if you can see how the machine is set up, and I'm gonna explain to you how this one works. So this is your reverse osmosis machine, and I'm gonna tell you how it works. First of all, it does purify water. It does not matter whether it's from the borehole or from the tap water. This part here is called the reverse osmosis membrane, and first the water goes through in here to the first filter, which is called the sediment filter, which takes out the large particles such as dust, etc. Thereafter, the water moves across into this carbon filter, which takes out chlorine. Why do we take out chlorine from the water? Because too much chlorine is going to destroy the reverse osmosis membrane. The filters are removable and they are maintained twice every 12 months. That means two times every 1 year, and it's something you can do yourself, and it's very cheap, as I will explain towards the end of the video. Thereafter, the water moves to this other carbon filter as well. It does more purification of the water, removing what may have passed through. Again, this filter is also removable, and the water goes through 6-stage purification process, then comes to this high pressure pump, which pumps it to 85 psi so that the reverse osmosis membrane can work effectively. What it does, it removes the virus, bacteria, chemicals, impurities, or any other contaminant that may have passed through the process, and it goes through here. Thereafter, the water comes to this taste and odor filtration that removes any bad taste and bad smell, and that's what the water goes through. Then it's safe to drink. The reverse osmosis process purification of water happens very slowly, and therefore you need this 12-liter reservoir that comes with the machine. What this does, once your water has been purified, it moves in here and it's kept under pressure, and this is what we connect to the faucet, and when you need water, you just open the faucet and the water is supplied, and whether the machine is on or not, since the tank is under high pressure. Now, the membrane is replaced once every year, so that is during the major change. These other ones are twice, and this UV bulb is also once every year. The beauty with this machine is that it has an automatic shut off system, which means even if you are not around home and the water purification process is over, it can shut itself off, and when you need water, it turns itself on. The installation process is super easy. First of all, we begin by making space for the faucet. If you have a modern kitchen, it's super easy. However, if you have an older kitchen like mine, you have to do a little bit of ukarabati, a little bit of modification, as you can see here. The next thing is to find the source of water. For us, we decided we are going to take water from outside, from this water tap here, and that's why we are drilling a hole for the connecting pipe. Now the pipe has been installed. Next thing is to install the connector that connects the pipe from the main tap. A bit of messy, tulioga, lakini kazi lazima iendelee, ama vipi?
Niko thirsty, nitilie tumbler ghastly. Modern that I'm feisty. If my dream ni lucid, na spit na the name of Lucy. Na trust the process, niko in line with it.
Finally, we managed to put in the connecting pipe, and the next thing was to secure it safely to the wall. Now we go back inside to the machine, and the next thing is to install the reverse osmosis membrane. You have to be careful so that you don't tamper with it. If you do it wrong, the process has been futile. Next thing is to connect all the small water pump. As you can see, there is the inlet. That one goes to the faucet, and then the other one is to remove the water from the machine. What happens with this machine is that for every 1 cup of water it purifies, a quarter is wastage, and that's why you see so many pipes that disposes of the waste. Next thing is now to let water in. We opened the machine and let it overflow a little bit so as to remove any water bubble from the machine. Next thing now is to open this bypass valve. What it does is it removes all the impurities that were in the machine because the membrane needs to become wet for it to work effectively, and if you don't allow the impurities from the membrane to run out, you're going to get unpurified water. Once that process is done, next thing is to now close the valve so as to allow the water to get into the reservoir. This process takes about 5 minutes and you have to be patient. Now we have closed the valve and we check if the water pressure is sufficient. Remember guys, I told you we need 85 pounds per square inch, 85 psi, for the membrane to work effectively. And now we wait and chill for the water to start coming out of the faucet so that we know. Once the water starts running out of the faucet, we know we have done a good job. And this is why guys, I told you need the reservoir, because this is how slow the process or the osmosis process take place, and you need the water tank to preserve the water in case of high demand. Okay, let's wait, and next thing is now to test the water and make sure the machine is working well. And here is a schematic diagram of what I just explained. So guys, you have seen how the machine works, and you're probably asking or wondering why I showed you this. Or maybe some of you are saying, you know what, I buy water, bottled water, and it's good enough. But let me ask you a question. Do you use that water for brushing your teeth? Do you use that water for cooking? Do you use that water for drinking? Most people will answer one yes out of the 3 questions I've asked, and most people use this water for drinking, which is very okay and no problem with that. But what good is it to you if you only use purified water for drinking, but then you use hard water for cooking? Because it's also consumption. And I can promise you, like I told you before the beginning of the video, you can never take chemicals out of the water by boiling. So even if you cook your food, you're ingesting those chemicals inside you. And as you have seen on the table that I showed you, there is recommended levels of each and every chemical that you can intake. For example, the biggest problem and the biggest challenge in Kenya is fluoride. You take a lot of it, and over time what that does is it causes bone fluorosis, and what that means is your bones become brittle, and that's why you find most people with problems as they age. You see, this is something that you're not going to notice like immediately, but over time you're going to notice it when you start hitting your 40s, your 50s, and then you start having those problems and you're wondering, where did I get this from? You see, the cancers that everyone is getting is because of this intake of harmful chemicals in your water on a day-to-day basis. Now let's say this. Let's say you were to do all that with the bottled water that you purchase. Is it sustainable? Because I can promise you, you need at least 1 bottle of 20 liters a day in your homestead. An average bottle goes for about 350. All right, so if you do that times 30, you're using about 10,000 a month just to keep your family safe. And that's a family of 4 people. What about the big families and those people who have kids, especially the kids? Think about the kids. And that's why I decided to do this video, to show you why you've been killing yourself and your family, and why you need to do something so fast. This is not an advertisement. This is me bringing you an awareness. It's something I bumped on, and I decided I'm going to share with my viewers and share the knowledge. This machine, I installed it with 30,000 Kenyan shilling, and the only maintenance that needs is to change the filters. And since it's in my own home, I can monitor and change the filters. Remember what I told you, that the bottled water is almost the same as the one from the government, the Kanjo one. You see, for me, I doubt if the purification process through the reverse osmosis works perfect. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you see, these people, what they do is they produce water in large quantities, and it's expensive to keep on changing the filters and the maintaining of the machine. Plus they use the water from the government, so they are almost 100% sure that the water is within drinkable range. So even if the machine is not working properly, and they don't care. So basically you're avoiding maji ya kanjo direct from your tap and taking this. It's only the very beneficial if only you're using the borehole water. And so I don't know if you have seen the benefit of this. Okay, so the machine is 30,000. The maintenance for the filters, you do their minor what are they called, maintenances that you do only twice a year, and this one cost about 4,500, changing the filter and everything. And then there are major maintenances for the bigger components, like the UV, all those things that I showed you earlier. Those one will cost you about 6,500. So you find that you'll be spending in a year, after installation, initial installation of 30,000, you'll be spending about 10 to 15,000 of maintenance. That is less, and you are getting unlimited water. But if you want to maintain the machine more frequent, and depending on the levels of impurities in your water, you can be doing it often. So I am done with that, and I'm going to pour these waters that I showed you in the beginning of the video, and then I'm going to do another test, and this time I'm going to do with the other bottled water. And for this experiment I bought 3 bottles. I bought Dasani, Quencher, and the other one is I've forgotten. Let me show you. So the other one is Keringet. I'd forgotten. So I'm gonna show you guys that these are sealed. I just bought them from the supermarket, and I'm doing this so that I can show you. You see, this is Quencher, it's also sealed, and then there is this Dasani here, it's also sealed. For those of you who are interested in the machine, I'm going to put the people who are doing the installation and selling the machines on the description, and I'm also going to put a flyer on this video. I don't like doing that because maybe, you know, sometimes prices change, and maybe the time you're watching this video prices will have changed, but I'm going to put the description and their number and everything you need. But the good thing with this is when they installed and I saw what good work they did, because it was also recommended to me by someone who uses it, I told them, you know what, I do a YouTube video and I'm going to do this and show people, because I was so happy after they did the test and I saw how pure the water was. And they told me, you know what, if you do that and if everyone buys this machine and they watch your video on YouTube, they're going to get 5% off free installation. So if you decide to contact this number, make sure you tell them you watch this video on Joe and Joy. I'm gonna give you, that's the code, Joe and Joy, or Joe and Joy sent you, and they're gonna give you free installation 5% discount. So I'm gonna open up this bottled water, and then we are going to repeat the experiment once more. You can see my glasses are empty again, and the fancy one again I'm going to take it to put Keringet because it's the most expensive. This bottle I bought it for, this is about, all of these are the same, 500 ml. I bought it for 50 shilling. And then the next one was Dasani. I'm gonna put it on the next bigger glass. This is Dasani, sealed, all of them, and I bought it for 30 shillings. And then the last one is Quencher. This one I think was 25 bob. And I want to show you guys how pure the reverse osmosis machine is and what it does. And I don't think you can get any purer water than this. Okay, this is Quencher. And then I'm gonna take my machine once again. I'm gonna take my machine. See, the three glasses are there, and then I'm gonna take my machine and measure each. Okay, these waters are safe for drinking. So this test is just to show the level of purity, how pure they are. And I'm going to start again. You can see it's showing 0. It's showing 0, and then I'm going to put this Okay, so you see that one is 41. I don't know if I can show you. That is showing 41, guys. That is 41. You can see that's from Keringet. It's already on the red, and I just opened it. So I'm just to show you guys. And then this is Dasani, and then let me show you Dasani. Dasani at least is 25. You see, Dasani is purer compared to Keringet. This one is 41, it's on the red. However, 41 is still within 50. That is recommended for human consumption, but you can see. And then there is a quencher there. Let's put it here. This one goes direct 0. This one goes direct to 30. So 30 quencher, 30, that's the same as maji ya kanjo. And then we redo. This one is the same, 26, 25, and then we go back to this one. This one goes back. So this one goes back to red, guys, 43. As you have it there, I have demonstrated with this machine, and I am not being biased. And I have shown you, and I have opened the waters in front of you, and I've showed you that my machine is giving purer water compared to any other water company. That's what you need. And the good thing is it's unlimited. I can use it for cooking, brushing my teeth, and drinking, because it does not make sense to drink pure water and then you end up brushing your teeth or cooking with water with chemicals, because it's gonna affect you the same way, especially the teeth. Meno ni bones. So there you have it, guys. I'm going to do one last test on my water, my small faucet water, so that I can show you one more time so that it can stick with you. And I'm going to take one of these glasses. I'm gonna take one of these glasses, and then I'm going to pour this water. I'm done with it. So you can see the glass is empty, and then I'm going to open, as you see, again from the faucet. From the faucet, I want to demonstrate to you guys again. There you go, guys. And then I take my machine, put it on, and then I'm going to show you once again what it's gonna read. You see 16 from that glass, from the faucet. My basically what that means is my house water is purer than any other water you can find out there, and it's safe for drinking. You can see the color is different, it's pure, it's clean, and I have tested all these waters, and you guys, I cannot emphasize enough. Haina hata taste. It's so pure, it's so pure. I don't know how. You only have to taste it, guys. And there you have it. I have shared my knowledge and my truth, and I hope this video is gonna save a life, and especially if you have kids. So I live, if you are interested in that machine that measures the water purity or how pure your water is, you can just get it for 2,000 bob. If you don't know where to get it, just let me know, and I'm going to get it for you, or I'm going to show you where you can get it so that you can be monitoring your house water. Take care, and if you like it, share with other people so that they can benefit.
Niko thirsty, nitilie tumbler ghastly. More than that, I'm feisty. If my dream ni lucid, na spit na the name of Lucy. Na trust the process, niko in line with it, boys that RM scheme. Not a sound you had was a many gaijin. Life's a marathon, bomb Kenyan, you know I'ma run with it. This a one-man show for sure. Asita get contact from anakifongo. Sita jifem bora niongeze hizo kefogo.